My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2. It is time to unlock our final, well, not final, our 6th Pyre Heart. Also, I'm not done with this combination yet, Lady Gilda. I need to do honor to the houses of both Pyreborn and Lunar Coven. We can do this. I believe in us. Covenant rank is the same as it was, Pyre Heart's the same as it was, both the primary and allied clans the same as they were. Hopefully, over the course of this, we will level up the Lunar Coven as well as unlock our next Pyre Heart. For the moment, though, let's focus on the run at hand. We have 2 snotty whelps. Ooh, additional whelps in the base deck. Good to see. They have the ability of Gelly Sneeze every 2 turns. They can apply 1 damage and 10 Pyre Gel to the front friendly unit. Front enemy unit, sorry. 2 copies of Fey Blessing, restore 5 health, healing over max health applies armor instead. And we start with a copy of Shade Guard. 2 Ember, 3 Size. Resolve, if it's New Moon, gain plus 10, plus 15. So we'll want a little bit of moon manipulation, phase manipulation. We also have Eternus of Entropy, sapping our units. Kale's giving damage shield, and Archeon is hitting our units to the back of the line as well. So having some sacrificial units by the time we get there, for those units to either be hit at the back of the line or killed, would be super useful. Okay, Lady Avarice. Enchant. Grant Avarice 5. And that's to all friendly units on that floor. All other friendly units, yeah, so not Lady Gilda herself. Or I could go Bloat Matron again. Well, the units cost -1 on this floor. I do want to use Bloat Matron, I do want to solve that puzzle, but I also clicked that button last episode. Let's go with Lady Avarice. Oh wow. Persil's Horde is offering us Golden Gloves. Friendly units gain Avarice 2 or Sinner's Salve. Blights and Scourges cost 0. I'm gonna take Golden Gloves. Let's try and make as much money as early as we possibly can. So I'm gonna want multi-striking units. I'm gonna want sweeping units. I'm gonna want all of that. Ooh, Mark of Invasion? Yes, please. All of my, where are they? Oh, they're in the deck, of course. All of my bloated whelps by default will have Avarice. Sick. Shade Guard does get pretty big. Lady Gilda, you definitely want to be on a line where other units, multiple other units ideally are. So like I guess I would put 2 snotty whelps behind you ideally. I literally do not have the ability to play the final Shield Steward. Not enough size in this field for us. Great. Oh, I have a bloated whelp for every line if I need one. Pop one on top. Get him. One for the midline. Get him. So much gold. Snotty Whelp behind you, which I'll keep. And then... do I Witch Weave the Ominous Acolyte? I suspect not. But I do need the Fallen Champion's health to get lower. It's fine. Oh wait, but I should play Witch Weave, just in case I haven't yet triggered Heart of the Pact. There you go. Ooh. Nice. Snotty Whelp hit those enemies, then Bloated Whelp explode, taking out all the units that I needed. I could play both of the Vengeful Shards here, but realistically I should play one of the Spear Stewards at least. And the other one will be a Vengeful Shard. Oh, this early coin is going to be so useful. Probably going to a Merchant of Arms in the next area. In fact, ideally going to a Merchant of Arms in the next area. Spear Steward, sure. So I'll just drop a couple Witch Weaves there, and then Phase Blessing for additional HP. Because we definitely want that to be the line that does most of the damage in the next area, next round rather. The Abyss Calls. Right, so you'll lose your sap over time. Another Snotty Whelp. Top lane doesn't need anything additional. Let's set up Phase Blessing. I don't really want to do anything else here. Ideally, I want the Estriel the Lost to have the most HP possible when it comes up to the next line, so it takes more Avarice hits. Oh, I should have played one of the Witch Weaves, though. Even just to waste it. Hello. Get him, Gelly Sneeze. Get him, Gelly Sneeze. Actually, I probably earn more money if I just do one of those. Because I want as many hits as possible to go off, so as long as I'm winning, I don't want to play any more cards. Get him, buddy. So we started with what? 244? Okay. Picked up 55 from that. Neat. Oh, another Snotty Whelp. There's also Golden Touch on Slay. Gain Dragon Sword. Dragon Sword is huge, obviously. Do I need another Snotty Whelp? It even comes with the Calcified Ember. Do I really want that? That doesn't sound like a good thing for me to have. It's not even a great unit for actually taking the Avarice stuff from Lady Gilda. Like, I'm only using Whelps for that at the moment because they're the smallest units I have. Golden Touch, pretty good spell to have. It's hard to ignore how much value you can get out of that. Obviously, Lava Flow. I'd take it if I wasn't taking anything else. Starstruck! 1 Ember, deal 5 damage. On full moon, apply Dazed 1 as well, preventing the unit from having an attack. Yeah, New Moon is the phase that I'm incentivized to turn into, courtesy of the Shade Guard, so I'll take a copy of Starstruck. Just a little versatility in the deck. Second area, we'll be going to a Merchant of Magic, so in this first area, I will take the Merchant of Steel and the Pyreborn banner. Hopefully I'm finding someone there who can do... Oh my god, multi-strike! Come on, give me a sweeper! Guildmonger. 1 Ember, 2 size, extinguish, gain 1 Dragon Horde. I mean... I could take that. Magma Cultist, incant, apply Pyogel 1 to enemy units. We took that last time. I mean, we are incentivized to do that because of all of the spells in this deck, but also the Whelps aren't spells. I don't even filter through them like spells at the moment. Guildmonger, who I would just let extinguish. I would use Guildmonger to defend the Shade Guard and then just let it die. It would just... Is that fine? I definitely want more units. I feel like Magma Cultist is probably not the direction I want to go. Titanite, that could also obviously go onto the Shade Guard to make a particularly tanky unit for us. Which I feel is appropriate. I do think someone should have multi-strike. If I gave multi-strike to just one of the spear stewards and then gave it additional damage. Literally just to have a cleaner. That unit would only go down after the Guildmonger is dead. No, I could put Guildmonger on a third line by itself. Yeah, you know what? Get him, Spear Steward. 20 additional health. I mean, I don't put that on Guildmonger. I want Guildmonger to die, ideally. These snotty whelps. Give them some additional health. Leaning towards no. I could re-roll here. Or I could save my money, get even more of it, go to the Merchant of Magic with even more money. Try and use that very effectively. I don't have great spells to be upgrading, though. Like, Golden Touch has a couple upgrades at once. Phase Blessing could obviously make use of magic power. So could the Witch Weaves. There's no chance I go to the Merchant of Arms in the next area, right? Seems unlikely. Not unless I got the Cursed Dragon Staff that we unlocked last episode. Alright, I will hold off. I will save my money. I am going to go to that Merchant of Magic and try and super upgrade 2 spells. So the spells that I draft at the end of this combat are going to be really important to us. Fire Dampener, 1 less energy per turn. That is not especially going to change what we do. We might have to take a little bit more damage to the Vengeful Shards. Mm-hmm. Do I just throw Guildmonger on the bottom line by itself right now? Just sacrifice him. Shadeguard definitely goes on the top line. It's just, do I put Lady Gilda on the bottom? Or Guildmonger? I think I put Guildmonger on the bottom. No, wait, these had enemies that summon, don't they? Okay, never mind. I think they have enemies that give us Scourges in the backline. Yeah, they do, the Lurking Miscreant. So I had to make sure that I got someone down here who could possibly deal with that. And then as soon as I did it, I got the only 2 whelps in my deck that can't deal with that backliner. And also, I'm now encouraged to play both of them and not ever be able to deal with that backliner. I guess I could also play the Spear Steward instead. Yeah, that's not too bad. You have multi-strike. So you get pretty much the same amount of gold. Oh, but if I put Snotty Whelps on the bottom line, they can use their ability, so every second turn they get 50% more gold. Or they get 50% more gold overall, they get double gold every second turn. Realistically, Spear Steward needs to be played right now. So I'll be leaving one of the Snotty Whelp spaces open, I think. Which will be good so that I can also summon the other whelps later. Yeah, there's a Chime of Despair for us. Unfortunately, Golden Touch appears at a time when I really can't afford to take it. I do want Guildmonger to die, so I'm intentionally not going to heal them here. Or rather, kill the enemy who's about to damage them. Oh, you're kidding me. Guildmonger's not going to die at all. I guess I have to summon a Bloated Whelp for the bottom line this turn. I don't even have a good spell for killing my own Guildmonger. Dang. Oh, spikes. Terrifying. It is not new moon. Sorry, it is not full moon. It is new moon. Gelly sneeze at him. Explode. Summon another one. No additional breakpoints hit with that healing. That's fine. We will be able to kill you on later floors. It's just we get a lot less money for it. And also, we will be able to collect the Dragon Sword from Guildmonger, so that's useful. No space for the Shield Steward. Sure. Yeah, this is just the optimal gold farming strategy. Oh, space for another Snotty Whelp. And you meet your doom. A high health character. Get him. Oh, actually, hang on. Again, I've got to remember, I get more money when I let my units do the fighting for me. So if I'm already winning, let Sleeping Dogs lie. $410, and that's even before we loot our next 125. Another Snotty Whelp on offer, as well as Lava Flow and Golden Touch. This is the same choice. Well, I guess Lava Flow is now the one that comes with Calcified Ember. I am about to go and upgrade a bunch of spells. I could get away with another Golden Touch, I think. Damn it. How dare you. Bloody Moon is on offer, which I do want, but it comes with the Calcified Ember, which I don't. Meddler. Fine, let's get the ability to start manipulating the moon. Save our spoils to loot later. And we'll head over to the Merchant Magic with as much money as we have. Lunar Coven! After I see what the Merchant Magic has for me. Twin Stone, Spell Chain? We'll see. Wait. Lunar Coven, what do you got? Moon Guard. 2 Ember, 2 Size. Mage Blade 3. Which again is +1 damage for each stack of Mage Power on the floor. And on New Moon, Mage Blade 3 again. Oh, wow. And then there's also Nightingale. Stealth 2 on New Moon have Multi-Strike 1. So with Shade Guard is 3 size. Moon Guard also costs 2. Oof. My setup's pretty costly right now, unfortunately. Also, I don't really give magic power to that floor at all. Meddler behind Shade Guard makes a lot of sense for keeping it alive, as well as giving it the ability to continue manipulating. But I also do want as many units as possible on account of Avarice. Mage Blade is a really good way to scale damage, it's just I would also have to find a way to scale my magic power. Which, like, realistically, at some point I should consider. Let's take Moon Guard. Let's super upgrade a spell before I do anything daft here. Lowered costs. I mean, pretty much one costing any of our spells is really useful, but these Golden Touches especially. Give you 15 damage. 15's a pretty good break point for up until the late game capable of killing a backline unit. Spell Chain. This one's a little harder. I think I now go to the event. If I get a spell from here, I might Spell Chain it. Yeah, I was wondering if I would get this. This is the only event I think that is designed by Richard Garfield. So it's a little bit of a hint that this is what we're going to get. I could pack 3 spells into a small gift box. So when I get that small gift box, I consume it, adding all 3 contained spells to hand. And then I could even give that spell chain. Would that work? Spell chain on the small gift box. Like, well, it really depends on whether or not the small gift box is a card that now contains 3 cards. If I duplicate that card, it duplicates the copy of 3 cards, or a card that accesses 3 cards that are out of play. Because if it just accesses the cards that are out of play, then the second one I play has no cards out of play to access. I could also pack 3 units into a Jack-in-a-Box. On resolve, it would summon a boxed unit. That does seem pretty good. Ooh. Actually, that's a way to overstack Lady Gilda's floor very easily. Right? I could put the Shade Guard, the Moon Guard, and the Spear Steward in that, and then just put them all behind Lady Gilda. Oh, Meddler should probably be one of them, though. Also, where does our health come from on that floor? Like, should it be Shade Guard as our health on that floor? Because if Shade Guard is our health on that floor, then I need to find a way to get you to the front as well. Which this is not especially good at doing. So maybe I should use this box just to get a bunch of whelps out on the same floor? But those whelps will self-sacrifice, so I'll lose them pretty quickly. Obviously the final option, large mystery box, random card every turn. I don't have 3 spells that I would want to get, let alone twice. Not without having incant triggers, which is not something I really have. I think using the summon for creatures seems really good, but I can't put the Shade Guard in it. So I think instead it's Moon Guard, Meddler, and Spear Steward. And then Shade Guard stays as their own line. And then I put the box behind the Shade Guard. So it doesn't even go for overstacking the Lady Gilda line. Oh my, wait, that's a deployable as well? Yeah, it's got a blue banner. I forgot about that. Oh, that makes it a little, significantly better, actually. Especially because now, if I dupe that, it's another 0 cost that'll have the same thing. And I'll be able to see whether or not both of them summon all 3. Merchant of Magic. Now we're back for the other spells. Spell Chain Phase Blessing. It's not really good. I only really care about magic power and cost reduction right now. I'm gonna reroll. -2 cost and gain consume, but also remove consume. Pretty good. That'd be a great way to just power up the other Golden Touch as well. Double stack for double dazed on the Starstruck. Not really that relevant. Surge Stone. This is great. Just get a Witch Weave to deal more damage and then remove itself from the deck. we got a lot of additional money. Oh, okay, hell yes. A lot of additional money going to the next area. We got a Forgotten Boon, Celestial Alcove, as well as Merchant Trinkets. Unfortunately, it's also up against an Empyrean Well on the other side, which would give me the ability to dupe our new box. We'll see. Archeon's pushing units to the back of the line, so I gotta make sure that I save some whelps to defend against that. Shade Guard's gonna be pushed out of location as well, unfortunately. Alrighty then. Yep, immediately happening. I mean, it's not like I wanted the Jack-in-the-Box to die instead, so I kind of just have to let it happen. I suppose I should probably start weakening up some of these units. Okay, at least Mage Blade came out next. It's 30-30. It's pretty healthy. Golden Touch, great. I'm going to be dropping 2 Bloated Whelps on that bottom line and exploding them. Get him with the Avarice. Right, which actually makes it easier for me to hit this unit with Golden Touch. I mean, I really feel like I should just get the 21 gold that each of these bloated whelps represent on the bottom line right now. We're in full moon, that's where we want to be, so we don't use the moon phase yet. Great money. Our power is currently all about this Shade Guard just growing every single turn. That's realistically where our money is. Lady Gilda is not long for this world. Yeah, we should be in the full moon. Thank you kindly. I'd love to keep my bottom line alive if I can here. This Witch Weave would be enough to take out the Cowering Sycophants. So that and Phase Blessing would keep us around. Or Golden Touch the backliner. That'll do it too. Great. Obviously got a Golden Touch when I can as well. Oh, we're gonna lose our ability to manipulate soon. Yeah, I'm not sure there's a good way of saving that. Starstruck and Golden Touch could take out the frontliner. I think we let that line resolve itself. I think Golden Touch needs to take out the backliner down here. Phase Blessing keeps the line alive for the moment. And we'll just weaken you. I truly do believe our top liner has this. And also, again, it is ideal that the battles take as long and use as many minions as is possible. Stopping Flagellant from taking out the Spear Steward would be nice, but it's not really realistic. Totally makes sense that a Spear Steward would get dropped there. Phase Blessing is more healing. Doesn't really change any of the breakpoints. Just gonna save myself a hit here. Titanite for half damage on that top line is going to be important, but if we had any magic power on this top line, oh my god, how much better this would be. Oh, cool. It was Spear Steward. Yeah. I'm going to Golden Touch my own unit then. Summon a Spear Steward will deal more damage to Archeon as a result. We would reach a new breakpoint with Phase Blessing here, so I guess I'll do that. And again, with one Witch Weave on the back line, a little bit more damage to the enemy. Thank heck, it's full moon. Now we have 6 Mage Blade. Wait, New Moon is the one that I... Ah, right, I did that wrong. Right. I'm going to Golden Touch my own unit to get all the way up to 8 Dragon Sword right before the end of the battle. Drop to Vengeful Shot, Witch Weave my own unit for a little bit of health, and then let her rip. As soon as I give some magic power to that top floor, baby! Superheated. 3 Ember to consume, doubling the higher gel on a unit. There's also Duality. 1 Ember attuned, deals 10 damage to an enemy unit, or restores 10 health to a friendly unit attuned, of course, multiplying the effects of power by 5, and then Stardust Invocation. 1 Ember to consume and phase, creating an ephemeral copy of a spell in your hand. I'm definitely taking Stardust Invocation. Yep. Ooh. Interesting. We're off at a hot head. We saw you last run. We know your ability is to, once every 2 turns, attack all enemy units twice with your damage. Silent Sentinel, 1 Ember, 2 size, has the ability Spell Slam. Cooldown 3 to restore to full health and then apply Spell Weakness 1 to enemy units. I mean, that's fine, but it's not very good at Avarice. I think if I go for a size gem, I can put Shade Guard, then Lady Gilda, and then Jack in a Box on the same floor on the first turn, and that's what I want. Unfortunately, that does mean that all of the whelps are no longer really relevant to that Avarice strategy, but it'll be fine. Do I need another copy of Shade Guard if I'm doing something like that? I think another copy of Shade Guard would benefit, but do I want it? I don't think so. Hellslane, Limbo, Solace, Heaven's Light. We're going capacity. This is a full Dragon Sword, so we'd be silly not to loot it right now. 75 gold. We also get Flaming Talons. Whenever an enemy unit descends, they gain Biogel 3. That's great. Nope, but I gotta go for the Hidden Coffers, increasing max Dragon Sword by 2. It's also Fire's Breath. Well, supply Biogel 3 on strike. So the Hidden Coffers there now give me the ability to farm up to 10 in the Dragon Sword, which makes it significantly more impactful. I think 11 is where you start getting boss relics, though. Attuned Manacles. Summoning a Whelp reduces the cooldown of friendly units by 1. Cool. Combo summoning Whelps would be really good then. Just summon a Snotty Whelp, use its abilities, summon a Bloated Whelp, explode the Bloated Whelp, summon another Bloated Whelp, explode the Bloated Whelp, use the Snotty Whelp again. Like, it's minor. There's also Sacrificial Chris, apply Fire Chill 5 to enemy units when a Whelp dies. That's huge. If I was focusing more on my Whelps. Spell cards have, with Consume rather, have a 50% chance to be discarded instead. These all seem of kind of like minor importance, to be frank. I'm gonna take Sacrificial Chris because it means my exploding whelps will just deal some additional higher gel for us. So yes, Empyrean Well would be our opportunity to double the Jack-in-the-Box, but right now we have only enough size for Shade Guard, Gilda, and Jack-in-the-Box, so I'm not going to double that yet. Let's have go to the left, use all of our money on a bunch of trinkets. Lady Avarice II has plus 10 damage per 100 gold you started the turn with. Interesting. Also, Guild Mother summons a Gilded Egg when played, but also becomes 4 size, so I wouldn't be able to play you, Shade Guard, and Jack-in-the-Box on the same floor anymore. Sketches of Salvation. After the deployment phase, summon a random unit from your deck on each floor. We know that unit to be summoned to the back line, so we'll take that. It's also Circle of Circles, restore 10 health to the lowest friendly unit on Moon Cycle, which triggers when the moon phases changes, so that just happens every turn, but also we manipulate that to happen a little more commonly. And then Jack Strips, 3 piercing damage whenever an enemy unit moves between floors. Realistically, I don't want that, because I want the floor that I use Lady Gilda on to be the very top floor. And that's because I want as many of the Jack-in-the-Box units summoned before, and also as many new moons hit for the sake of the Shade Guard. Before the enemies start attacking. Is it reasonable to want that, though? Is it reasonable to expect that I can get that? I don't know. I think I re-roll here. I'm likely to be able to find 2 more that I want. Certainly. Astrologer's Orrery, rather. The first time it becomes full moon each turn, gain 1 ember. If correctly managed, that's just an extra ember per turn. Kingdom's Tears, increasing healing from spells by 10. Sure, I could take that. And Capricious Reflection, cards in reward packs and unit banners come with a random upgrade. Having that and Malika's Pyre Heart would be interesting. Do you just get both of their upgrades fulfilled every time you draft something? Kingdom Tears, Kingdom Tears, Kingdom Tears. I mean, I don't really need the additional health. I'm gonna hold off just here and go to the Celestial Alcove. I don't know if any of these events care about the amount of gold I have, but if it does, I have some. Oh! Hef. Hef's Hammer. 1 ember, 20 damage. On Slay, gain 1 size on this floor. Is that what I want? There's also Spell Sanctum. At the start of the battle, apply Spell Sanctum on the 2nd floor, which means that all spells on the 2nd floor would cost 1 less. which means setting up on the second floor would be a lot better for us then. First room, install, boiler room. Gain 1 ember when a unit dies. That's so good, though. Alright, I think I gotta go boiler room, and then that sets me up on the bottom floors now. Does that change anything about what I want here? No, I think I still save my money. Next area, we have a Celestial Alcove as well as a Merchant of Arms. Oh my god, we have another Merchant of Trinkets in the next area? Okay, I'm definitely saving my money. Hey boy. A penitent prayer stone is spawned on each floor at the start of the fight. I mean, that really wants me to set up on the top floor instead. And if I did set up on the top floor... Shade Guard, Lady Gilda... yeah, I'd be able to work my way through it quite quickly. It really depends on what the Jack-in-the-Box summons first. If it summons the Meddler first, I'm a little screwed. Because the Meddler will just kill itself against the Penitent Prayer Stone. But I could defend that with a Phase Blessing. I'm going to take this, because the gold is going to matter so much. Okay, so bottom floor now, I want as a kind of throwaway. Shade Guard and Lady Gilda and then Jack-in-the-Box all go on the top line. And then Guildmonger and I suppose a Shield Steward can go here too. Oh, cool. Our summoned unit was a bloated whelp who will explode itself. Same with the well, actually, no, the bottom line has a snotty whelp, which is actually going to be very helpful. Stardust Invocation, do we care about that at all here? I thinkn't. I thinkn't. Therefore, I amn't. We'll just have the bloated whelp explode there. Phase Blessing I unfortunately can't save for when it will be relevant, if it will be relevant. If I really wanted to, I could save this unit though. And I think I do. You might get to Gelly Sneeze again, because I'm going to summon a bloated whelp and then explode it. So now, wait, your cooldown didn't go down. Oops. Of course, I didn't take that ability. It's fine. Stardust Invocation for an ephemeral copy of a spell, I certainly don't really care about that right now. We'll use Witchweave to take out the enemy backliner. And go. I think that was the Moon Phaser that we just summoned on the top line there, unfortunately. Okay, can I keep you alive? No, it was Moon Guard. Okay, we're all good. And that means that we're in New Moon, which means next turn if we summon the Meddler, on summon, it will turn us back into New Moon immediately. Super useful. As for this bottom line, I mean, just another snotty whelp, please. Feel it's only appropriate to take out the easy units here. Top's fine, I don't really need to do anything about that, fine. Might as well get rid of that unit too, even if the Harvest is giving the Ravenous Zealot additional damage. Because we'll have enough damage to take care of that on the top line easily. Unfortunately, it just became full moon, so now I have extra amber. But I need it to be new moon, because that's what all of our modifiers want. Gelly Sneeze does hit the top line, the front line here rather. Also, we've got both of our golden touches ready. Nothing needs doing on top. I don't need to keep Guildmonger alive. I don't want to either. Realistically, just whatever healing and shielding I can get with the Shade Guard is probably going to be the most impactful in the long run. Oh, hell yes. Hit the golden touches immediately again. Nice. And also, I'll use a... No incantaries on this floor? Okay, I'll use a Stardust Invocation to dupe the golden touch. Unfortunately, this copy's ephemeral, so it is going to be destroyed, but that's okay. I don't need it for a long time, I only need it for a good time. I suppose I should probably Gelly Sneeze here. A little bit of higher gel for that bad boy. Again, I do really want the boss to get to the top floor here. That's actually quite important that that happens. So 1, 2. Change back to the right phase. Oh, oops. I had the right phase at the start of the turn, so use Starstruck, then I'll phase out. And that way I'll end with a lot more health. Great. Also, gives us more time to draw more golden touches. I'd like to get to 8 Dragon Sword again, if I could. I guess I should only really use the rest for healing. Ooh. Yep, there's just enough to take you down with a golden touch as well. Hell yeah, that's 8 Dragon Sword for us. New Moon is what we want to end the turns on. So let's gain that armor. Here's a little bit of fun tech. Golden Touch. Take my own unit out. That one doesn't attack, so it doesn't really change anything for us. Couple of A blessings, which we've, and let's meddle. Oh, this Merchant of Trinkets is not ready for me. Another 75 and 150. We also get 2 more packs as well as our Dragon Sword. Do I looted it? I mean, I should loot it at 9. Greed. 1 Ember to deal 20 damage to all units, including the enemies. There's also 2 Ember payoff. Consume to restore 2 Pyre health for each Ember. And then finally, Fanning the Flame. 1 cost explosive, deals 3 damage to a random enemy unit. I think I take Greed, because I always have 1 empty line at least that I could afford to play that on. But also, if I slay units with it, I'm taking that away from being able to hit them with Avarice. I'm taking money. Ooh! Hello! Eclipse Chamber. New moon effects are always active. Silent units gain 15 damage on resolve. Shade Guard is a silent unit, so is the Mageblade also a silent unit? Oh, I can't see that right now. If I had to guess, I would say Mageblade is a silent unit. Can I check logbook from here? I can. What is the Mageblade's name? That's enemies. This is our cards. I am looking for a unit of rare from... Oh, there it is. Moonguard. And yes, it's a silent unit. Cool. I mean... There's also Lunacy. Phase X times and apply X conduit. That conduit would be pretty good for actually starting to build some Mageblade damage for the Moonguard. But also this kind of bypasses that. Also, I don't have to set up on the bottom floor with Boiler Room. Boiler Room can just be an area where I use my golden touches. I'll do it. So the only thing for the next upgrade would be I would be able to select a Minor Fireborn artifact rather than just getting one at random. That's okay, I still get 3 artifacts. Loot! Sharpened Teeth. Dragons and Whelps have 8 additional damage. There's also Shale Shell. After using an ability, friendly units gain 3 armor. Flaming Talons. When a enemy unit ascends, they gain Fire Gel 2, as well as Fire's Breath. Whoops, apply 3 Fire Gel on attack. I'm going to take Shale Shell. Just a nice little bit of shielding from all of these Kelly sneezes and such. Silent Sigil. When it becomes New Moon, apply Armor 10 to friendly silent units. That's every floor. There's also Celestial Sails. On deployment phase, draw a non-damage spell from your deck. It costs -1. Most of the time, that'll hit things that are irrelevant for us, unfortunately. Wing Clippings. I'm so glad I can take the Silent Sigil here. Fully justified. Definitely going left. Gotta go for the Merchant of Trinkets with this much money. Units have an extra upgrade slot. Ooh, it's start of turn. Fully healed champions. I mean, it's nice, but it realistically won't be necessary. At start of turn, friendly units gain +5/+5. If they are the only friendly unit on the floor, that's not going to happen commonly. So Pyrestone Housing is nice, realistically just to give 2 additional upgrades to Shade Guard. But that's worth it at this point. Ooh, Pyreheart, Fira's Greed unlocked. That's our 6th Pyreheart unlock. So we get a new feature at the end of the run. Crown of the Eternal at the start of the turn. Fully healed champions. I do think that's irrelevant. I'm going to take the reroll. Artificial Pyrestone is huge. At the end of battle, gain 3 Dragon Sword if your Pyre took no damage. Ancient Pyre tap. When you're out of Pyre, cards can be played for their cost in Pyre health. I don't want that. Prismatic Dragon Scale. It is possible that a lot of the time I do need to take damage due to the Vengeful Shards. I think I'm already okay at building up my horde. Without that. Also, I think having to bend my will towards actually triggering that consistently would harm us more than it would help us. Fire is Greed. When your Pyre takes damage, gain 10. Oh boy. I will find a way to exploit that. Hazel's Sword. New artifact, please. Oh, cool. Odie's Totem. 1 additional Ember per turn, but 3 less Ember in the deployment phase. I can't take the Volatile Gauge here. My deck's cost is just generally too low. especially with those Witch Weaves, so this would just increase the cost of our deck. Odie's Totem, +1 and -3. I'll take it. It just balances out the Artificial Pyre Stone we just got, except it doesn't because the additional Ember still does give me another Deployment Ember. So I'm still 1 Deployment Ember up, as well as 1 Ember per turn after that. Armory. Stoic Blade Nail, silence a unit and given it 60 additional armor. Fight Club. Grant friendly units 15. No. Boiler Room. 1 additional damage when a unit dies. I don't want any of these, thank you. I'm going to take the Prismatic Dragon Scale just because it's not costly enough to ignore. Next area has a Alcove Merchant of Steel. I do want to go to that Merchant of Steel on behalf of the fact that I can now double upgrade our Titan Man. I'll buy a lot of unit upgrades. Fire Dampener, 1 less energy per turn. That just balances out the Odie's Totem I just got. But, this is a good question. Do I need that energy? Do I need that money? It's an even more important question. The answer is no and yes. Boiler Room is certainly going to help us here as well. So again, I do want to set up on the top floor. Yes, yes, yes. Lady Gilda with the Shade Guard in front. Gilda behind. Gildamonger, you go down on the bottom line. Shield Steward may as well stand there. Probably just going to throw 3 Witch Weaves at the back line, taking out the Sharp Sniper. Sharp Eye Sniper, rather. Your turn. Snotty Whelp on the bottom line seems ideal. Starting to use the Golden Touches as well. Ooh, that Incant's going to sap all of our units as well, though. I do just have to let that happen. Which means this other Golden Touch, I'm going to have to intentionally choose to use on one of my own units. Yeah. I've got to get the kill. Okay. Feel like I'm probably going to end up Witch Weaving the back. No, Bloated Whelp wouldn't even be able to take it out. But I probably also do want to get rid of the Bloated Whelp right now, so... Also, it's additional armor for this floor. It's worthwhile, it's worthy. Perfect. And now we're set up such that I don't think anything can really stop us from just continuing to farm money. Eclipse Chamber for the top line. Mage Blade's active. Golden Touch finds its target. Loaded Whelp will do the same, as well as giving out some armor. I'll play the Switch Weave on my own unit, just to make sure that I have played one. The brief respite begins. Giving us another opportunity to use Golden Touch. Again, I will use as many of them as I can before the end of the run. Before the end of the fight, rather. New moon, we're in the right moon phase. Good. I don't think I've taken any fire damage yet as well. So I think we will be getting the Prismatic Dragonite here. Thank you for being so healthy, Koto. It is legitimately very helpful. I'm gonna start us invoke Golden Touch. I'll kill enemies with these if I can, but if I can't... 54, so what? That's down 21. I could hit you with 2 Witch Weaves, and then a Starstruck. Then a Golden Touch would take you out. But I will still need to use Golden Touch on one of my own units as well. I think it should be... you. We're ending the turn in New Moon. Well, it's always gonna be New Moon on the top floor, though. So does that mean I should... yeah, I should always phase the moon as soon as the meddler can do it, because I always have the New Moon benefits up here, but I now also get benefits from moon cycling, courtesy of the artifacts. Oh no. Golden Touch isn't doing enough damage to take out a unit. No! I have to let them live. I still get Heart of the Pact for it at least. God, we drew the same Golden Touch again. Thankfully, because I've taken no fire damage, I will still get 3 Dragon Sword at the end of this, so it's not going to matter, but still, how dare you. Get him, greedies! Stuck Up Whelp has expensive tastes. On cooldown 3, applies Avarice 2 to friendly units. Honestly, like, putting that on the top line would be great. Unfortunately, I obviously don't have space for it. Payoff and Dragon's Breath as well. I don't think any of those actually help me here. Moonbeam. Whoa! Moon Cycle triggers an additional time, says Mooncaller. That's pretty good. That means every turn the moon cycles twice, which means that we will trigger both of the abilities of the Silent Sigil. When it becomes New Moon, apply Armor 10 to friendly silent units, as well as Astrologer's Orrery, and that's even before we have Manipulation online. There's also a Moonbeam here. X-Cost deals 20 damage to the front enemy unit X times. I'm going to take a single Mooncaller, sure. Then let's loot. When a unit gains Fire Gel, it gains +1 stacks. Fire Gel's only really gained when my Whelps die at the moment. When a unit sends, they gain Fire Gel. I don't really want to make the enemies weaker. I want them to be strong. I'm going to take Hellfire Bellows. When you equip a friendly unit, apply Conduit 4. Great. Units gain 3/3 for each upgrade on their card is nice as well, but I think Pyreborn Insignia so that I can actually start getting some Mage Blade triggers would be really useful. Something like this, in particular, comes to mind. Faye's Nook! Faye gain Conduit 1 and 5 damage on Moon Cycle. So Moon Cycle happens twice. Faye will include the Meddler. Is it just Meddler? Yeah, because the other one's Selena. So yeah, it'll only be the Meddler that's getting that. That's nice, I guess. Is it better than Emot Tome, though? Create an ephemeral copy of the first spell you play each turn. That's the ability to get a lot more Golden Touching done. That said, is that really necessary? I'm going to take Faye's Nook. I've had Emot Tomb so many times. It's good. It's really good. I'm not underestimating how good it is. Forgotten Boons. Upgrade a unit with Endless. Okay. Do I... Endless Guildmonger? I don't think so. Quick? Who wants to be quick? I think all of the units that want these upgrades are already in the Jack-in-the-Box. I will find units for all of these, though. How do I feel about just having a bloated world that explodes once every turn on the bottom line? It does give out a lot of higher gel for doing so I think that's not a bad idea. Gets more money if I give it Avarice as well. I don't really feel like 20 additional health on Shade Guard makes much sense. I'm gonna give it to the Mooncaller, keep him alive. Quick. Spear Steward. Conduit 5, thank you. Jack-in-the-Box could wield that. Obviously. Ooh! Large stone, smidge stone, large stone, smidge stone. Make a unit big, make a unit small. Guess who's getting big smalled? Shade Guard, you are big. Shade Guard, guess what? You are small. Okay, now I can summon many more units on that top floor, along with Lady Gilda. That's great. So that means Mooncaller now goes on the top line. Oh, it's not necessarily drawn at the right time, though. Conduit for Jack-in-the-Box I think is totally appropriate, but I do end up killing the Jack-in-the-Box a lot of the time. I don't want the Jack-in-the-Box to attack because I don't want it to die to spikes. Look, Mooncaller, you can have an actual damage statistic, sure. Just want to buy out the shop multiple times, please. Celestial Alcove. Ah, a pile of wings, you say? The ability to move a unit. So that's pretty impactful because it gives you the ability to overstack a floor still. So I could still, like if the top floor is filled with the Jack-in-the-Box, Lady Gilda, and Shade Guard, like if that's already happened, I can still fly the Mooncaller up next to them, or behind them rather. I'm just taking the ability. I mean, flight for the Shade Guard doesn't make any sort of sense. You don't need it. You kind of just get to a position and then you stay there, buddy. With the amount of excess money I have at this point, it really would make sense to just start removing some cards. I know I just upgraded the Spear Steward, but I am immediately thinking about removing them. Let's get 2 copies of Witch Weave out of this deck. As well as 2 of the Bloated Whelps. And I'll happily leave with that. Alright, Kale. I do need to kill Cherubs on the bottom line in order to prevent them from having just like a huge amount of damage shield by the time they get to the top line. Is it more reasonable to expect that I just consistently do that with spells? Or is it more reasonable to set up on the bottom line? I think I set up on the bottom line this time. And then I just let Guildmonger get killed by someone else. Yeah. There we go. Exactly enough Ember for it as well. Ooh, Bloated Whelp. Love that. Stardust Invocation can dupe the Golden Touch. Realistically, I am going to get enough Dragon Sword over the course of this fight, so I don't need to use that to dupe that, but also I don't really benefit from not doing it right now. Actually, hang on. If I'm going to be summoning the Whelps down the bottom floor this turn as well, I want to summon that one, explode it, then dupe the Golden Touch. Also, it's worth noting, the Endless Whelp that I summoned on the bottom floor every turn and then explode also gets 1 Ember for me, so it pays for itself. Golden Touch. Yeah, I guess I can use the Golden Touch just to take out my own Whelp on that next line. It'll do. Ooh, the Mage Blade is already giving 15 damage on a good turn. Oh no. Wait, hang on. Never mind, we're fine. Mooncaller, and then I fly you down. That was the whole point of the thing. That's why I said the thing. Oh, it even gives the armor to the floor that you land on. That's so much better. Bloated Whelp unfortunately can't be summoned on the bottom line constantly. Alas. Yeah, it's not about how many targets I slay on the floor, it's just about how many times I hit the enemy. I think I have enough energy on this bottom line that I could just keep Eclipse Chamber active as well. Okay, then... Phase Blessing for extra armor. I mean, yeah, we've got the Eclipse Chamber down here, so we just use Meddler every available time. I'm gonna stop you from resolving. Well, actually, I guess it couldn't resolve anyway, because we'll kill the frontline unit. Yep, we're at max capacity on the bottom floor, which is fine. I can use Golden Touch to start taking out units again. There we go. Do I want to blow up my own bloated whelp? Especially when I don't need to. I'm gonna take a strong no on that one. Welcome back, Golden Touch. Oh, flight's back. Cool. Oh. Moon cycled once. Okay. Right, because you phase when you manipulate. You only moon cycle once per turn. So that's the trigger that Mooncaller is doubling. That's completely fine, though. Isn't it? First time each turn it becomes full moon, gain 1. Did it never become full moon because we double moon cycled? What happened? Because we didn't get the extra energy from the Orrery, apparently. I've still got a good amount of armor though, so I'm not worried. Oh my god, the Gelly sneezes. Down. Gelly sneeze, Gelly sneeze. I think I've got to use my own Golden Touch to take out my own unit there, just to guarantee it. I'll hit you with the daze, but oh no! I shouldn't daze you because I really want that one to die as well. It'd be fine either way. I do think I'm gonna overload on Dragon Sword at the end of this fight, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't optimize around it, you know? One more round until they come to meet us. All right. Bring it. So with the additional conduit that we have on this floor now, from 9 moon phases, or moon cycles rather, having occurred with a Fae, 14 Mage Blade that is. So 14 times 6 gives us 84 additional damage on the Moon Guard. On top of all of the additional damage that the Moon Guard, which is a silent unit, has been getting from... Which one is it? Wait, was it after all of those? Wait, where is it? Do I not have something that says when it becomes new moon, apply damage to silent units? I could have sworn I did. Well, I guess not. Surprisingly. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm not going to be able to kill the Guildmonger. Your turn. That said, I already have 10 Dragon Horde. We're going to get another 3 at the end of the battle as well, so I think we'll be fine. Another Stardust Invocation comes our way, as well as Death Roar, 3 Ember to apply, transfer all Pyre Gel on this floor to a unit, then deal 5 damage 5 times. And finally, Tidal Turning. 3 Ember, consume, restore 20 health to friendly units, and healing over max health applies armor instead. Tidal Turning certainly pretty good. It's a lot of armor for a floor that doesn't really need it. Stardust Invocation gives us the ability to dupe spells that we don't really need. I'm worried the right answer is to just keep skipping constantly, because the deck is already very much holding its own. I don't need additional energy, I need additional draw. Loot. Units gain 3/3. Ooh, on your first turn, 2 additional energy. That's not relevant, right? It's not deployment. But also deployment doesn't even need it. When an enemy ascends, they gain Pyre Gel 3, because we also increase Pyre Gel application by 1. Medallion of Superiority. Yeah, it's 9/9 on the Shade Guard. That's not nothing. When you damage your own unit, reduce cooldown by 1. I seldom do that. Spells gain 3 damage for each upgrade on their card. That's huge. It literally doubles the damage of one of our golden touches. Golden Idol, don't have time to actually take advantage of that. Cleansing Water, 50% chance to debuff enemies when they enter your train. Yes, please. Oh, wait, no, I do have one more battle. Merchant of Arms, Empyrean Well. I don't really want Eclipse Chamber active from the very start of the fight. Merchant of Steel would be honestly garbage. I don't have that many units that really want upgrades right now. Lightforge. So now enchants for Avarice 10 and gains 20 additional damage for every 100 gold we started the turn with. I absolutely do not need Soul Smelter. I could siphon to gain 1 soul. Oh, wow. Absolutely don't need that. Void Armament, the ability to give a unit multi-strike, but when it is extinguished, it is purged from the deck. I mean, you know, there's a couple of units that would obviously take to that like a duck to water. The Lady Gilda and Shade Guard both come to mind. Whether or not I need it for either of them, not certain. I will be buying it though. Costs a lot. Combine 2 equipment cards into 1. I probably re-roll right now just to see if there's any options I do care about. Silence non-boss enemy units. No. Magic power. Yeah, but there's better things to put on the floor. And then Meat Shield. Restore additional health to this unit each round. Realistically, the Shade Guard doesn't end up taking that much damage because it gains so much armor from moon cycling. So in my deployment, I have 4 Ember and then an additional 1. What? Oh, right, yeah, just an additional 1, right. So we have 5 Ember in our opening turn that we get to play with. So yeah, I don't give deployable to the blade. I can just add that blade later. Combine 2 equipment. Okay, none of these are relevant to us now. Duping. I mean, a second Jack in the Box would have to go on a different floor. What if I had 2 Mooncallers? Mooncycle triggers an additional time, so it triggers 3 times a turn? That's a lot of mooncycling. That actually seems really cool. I mean, I could also dupe the Shade Guard, and Shade Guard being duped would actually be sick as hell. It's another 1-size unit. Unfortunately, that would heavily limit my ability to set up Guildmonger and then Shield Stewards on another line, but also I really don't need to do that. So like my bottom line could just be Shade Guard, Lady Gilda, and then Jack in the Box. And then eventually when Jack in the Box is ready to die, although it does have Conduit, so I don't even want to kill it a lot of the time. It's just I would have to kill it in order to put Mooncaller back on the bottom line, but does Mooncaller need to be on the bottom line? No, you don't. Not at all. You just need to be somewhere else, defended. So, all that to say, another copy of Shade Guard? I think so. I don't think additional copies of almost anything else really changes much. Penitent Breastone on each floor. Yeah, sure. Feel your boots, mate. I still get to play one of the Guildmonger, the Guildmonger rather. Didn't get a Gelly Sneezer down here. Dang. Well, I can tell you I know where that Golden Touch is going to go. Obviously, we get rid of the Vengeful Shard. Let's shield and spear. And that's a comfy little home for our Mooncaller to exist on. Oh, you're my Endless Whelp. Do I want to draw a Whelp every turn now? I think I might be beyond that. Ooh, although I guess I should have Gelly Sneezed on the middle line. Light some Pyre Gel to make it easier to work through that unit. I can take out both of the backliners with just a Stardust Invocation on Witchweave. Removing their ability to sweep us. And in doing so, completely defending all of our units. I also have the Eclipse Chamber, which I think I will play now. I'll give Void Armament multicast to, or multi-strike rather, to Lady Gilda with all of your damage. And I think I'll just let Lady Gilda get really, really big and keep all of my money. I'll just buy artifacts in the next area. Only if things are important will I actually spend money on them there. Another Shield Steward and a bloated Whelp that I can sack. And then because we now have the Eclipse Chamber on the bottom line, we want to Mooncycle as many times as we possibly can. Or rather, we want to phase as many times as we possibly can. We also want to Mooncycle, but those are unique and different keywords, which I will try and pay respect to. Because it's important. It's fundamental. The phase is just changing the phase. The Mooncycle does that, but it's not one that you have control over triggering. Get him with a golden touch. Oh, wow. I mean, we're not going to let anyone else pass, but that Devoured Gladiator is going to do some serious... I mean, like, I can stop you from attacking me. I can't stop you from doing a bunch of damage up there, though. Okay, actually, how much can I bend towards you? Because we do have this Golden Touch, which I could try and use to help take out this Penitent Prayer Stone. Okay. Witch Weave and then Golden Touch takes that out, taking out significantly more health from the Avowed Gladiator now. I'm going to put a Snotty Whelp on this line as well in order to take some more health from you. Vengeful Shard's pretty important. I've got to use Starstruck as well. Cool. That'll do. We'll take as little damage here as possible, but it's still going to be some, unfortunately. We're going to miss out on our 3 Dragons Horde from Prismatic Dragon Scale. Everyone's got enough armor to survive this, so don't have to worry. And I guess I'll just summon that Bloated Whelp to get it out of the deck. Perfect. Just gonna keep trying to throw these on Gilda just in case. I really don't expect the enemy to get through my 2 Tight Knight big boys in the front line. Big small boys in the front line. Especially if I give them a little more armor to work with. There we go. I'll manipulate. Okay, 2 more Dragon's Horde. That's really unfortunate. It does mean that I would have been able to get to... it does mean I would have been able to get all the way up to 10 if we didn't take any heart damage. So I guess we get 1 less artifact as a result of that, unfortunately. Banning Flame, Wealthy Whelp. Too late for you, as well as for the stuck-up Whelp. Don't really get... These are all meta increases, and it's a bit too late to take a meta increase. Grant friendly units conduit 5. That would obviously spike the damage hilariously of our Mage Blade. Moonguard, rather. Another Moon Call is available, as well as the Cover of Night. Phase to New Moon. Apply 5 damage and Stealth 1 to friendly units. Nothing wrong with just having a little bit more phase control of the deck. That said, I do like the idea of having another Moon Caller. I'm going to do it. Loot. No reason to save that. Let's get some extra energy on the first turn in case I draw... Oh, wow. Emot Tome. That's the random one we got? Hell yeah. I most likely would have selected that had that been an option. Merchant of Trinkets. On deployment phase, draw a rune card from your deck and reduce the cost to 0. Hello. At the end of a turn, if it's full moon, do I do that? I don't think I do that. I think I end my turn on new moon constantly. for the sake of the Shade Guards. When you play 3 different cards a card in turn, sure. I don't also leave spell cards in my hand often, so that's another reason Moonstone's not going to trigger. Darkest Footstool. Which means I'm probably replacing the Boiler Room mod immediately, but that's fine, because I have so much energy. Reroll. Ooh, cool. When a unit without Biogel gains Biogel, it gains, you know what? Merchant Marker first, and then I'm just going to take the other 2. When a unit without Biogel gains Biogel, it gains 6 additional stacks and lost luggage. On the turn after the deployment phase, draw until you have 10 cards. Which is super good because now I have 2 additional energy for that turn as well. Enduring Well gives us the ability to dupe something. But we might want to dupe something that we're about to change in some way. I can lower the cost of something, I can make it intrinsic. I really don't think I have spells that I really care about at all. Like, literally, I just want to lower their cost so I don't have to worry about it. -1 cost and intrinsic. Does this help me much at all? Not really. Remove consume. Also not really. I'm gonna reroll and see if any of these could be relevant. Spell chain. If I really wanted to. Sure, we'll give some dazed to a target. We can remove the Calcified Amber, but that can also get removed in the middle of combat anyway. The Shield Stewards could be removed, but they also don't need to be removed. Realistically, it is nice to have a backline. Guildmonger doesn't need to be in this deck. Ugh. Do I want to have a second line? I think the answer is no. And if I don't want to have a second line, I don't need Shield Stewards. Should really figure out what I'm duping as well first. Third Shade Guard. It almost feels like it should just be Void Armament to have a second unit dealing giant damage consistently. Sure. I don't really need to remove more cards from this deck. I'm just gonna go. Having a lot of damage as I start the fight is obviously going to be pretty good for Gilda. So, Seraph Eternus. $250 damage on Gilda already, and that's before the coins start collecting. Yep. Oh, it's the Eclipse Chamber that is also giving silent units 15 damage on resolve. Got it. That's what was being given to the Mage Blade. Moon Guard. Oh, hell yeah. Mooncaller was immediately summoned. Sick. Ooh. I mean, I will drop the Void Armament on Lady Gilda here. Loaded Whelp. I would love to Bloated Exploded it, that one. Get him. And then I'll play the other one. Also get him. Got a lot of options on what to dupe in this hand, so I should probably use my Stardust Invocation. I think I could use this to get a bunch of stacks of Dazed. I'll do that. Give me another copy of Starstruck. Uh-huh. And then I'm going to... What happened? Oh, that phases! Oh, but that's fine. because I'm about to do it again. Phase another spell chain Starstruck Forest. Okay, now 1 stack of Dazed, 2 stacks of Dazed, 3 stacks of Dazed, 4 stacks of Dazed, 5 stacks of Dazed, and you're not gonna believe it, but here's our 6 stacks of Dazed. You can't attack for the next 6 turns, buddy. Best of luck. Mooncaller for even more cycling. I couldn't have known I was going to draw Bloated Whelp, so I'm not going to undo the turn. But had I known, I would have targeted a lot of different things with a lot of different things. Obviously, first and foremost, we'll take out the unit that's silencing all of the units on that floor for us. And another one of them. Can't use that Bloated Whelp, unfortunately, anymore. I will use my Purging, though. Part of the pack's still active. All right, Seraph. Come and fight me if you dare. Our next Void Armament goes on Mr. Mageblade. Medlar, yes, we keep you. We want to phase with you basically every turn if that's possible. Get him with another Gelly Sneeze, then I think I'm just going to Golden Touch both of these as well. You're welcome to come back down to the bottom line at any time you decide to stop being a coward, Seraph. I mean, let's keep dazing you. Another 4 stacks of it, why not? Right, of course, I can exploit the Versatile Ember Staff in order to draw the Endless Whelp that I just put back atop the deck, so I can hit the Endless Whelp twice per turn. That's huge. I mean, it'd be a lot better if we were doing it on a different floor, but that's fine. We're not doing it on a different floor because we have so much better things to be doing there. Oh, this is annoying. So, I've got to dupe this one to get rid of the silence. Then I can Moon Phase, giving me the ability to use these for more dazes. Okay, it's just a little healthier if we can. I really don't think Seraph is going to get to damage me. Loaded Whelp. Self-sacrifice. So that's a minion blade. Then I'll play a couple of blights. Then as soon as I turn around and play my first spell, I draw that minion again. Thank you, Ember, Versatile Ember Staff. And we're guaranteed to draw the New Moon one in the next hand as well. Perfect. Let's Star Strike you. Another 4 times. No attacking allowed, please. And we'll use Golden Touches to start clearing out some units. There we go. All the way up to 10 Dragon Sword, even without having to wait for our Dragon Scale. We hit the Manipulator because we need to do that wherever available. Yeah, I truly don't foresee the Seraph actually getting to attack us. "14 turns of Dazed" there at the very end. Alright. Let's watch this resolve. Oh yeah, this enemy was sapping me constantly. I forgot that that was happening. I've been told to, like, not read anything about Monster Train at the moment, specifically because apparently the feature unlock behind the 6th Pyre Heart is super cool, but also a big spoiler. I have managed to avoid those spoilers so far, but I do need to tell you that the fact that I know that there is a spoiler does mean I have, in the background, been thinking about, well, what could it possibly be? I'll tell you what I think it is. I think all of the previous clans from Monster Train 1 are also in Monster Train 2. That's my guess. I think they're just also there. In equivalent exchange, deal damage equal to 25 times your Ember, then lose 1. Sorry, your Dragon Horde, and then lose 1 Dragon Horde. Also, we unlock Celestial Storm with Lunar Covenant's level 5. Wait, hang on, we don't get the second champion? Celestial Storm, 3 Ember spell, deals 10 damage to enemy units. At full moon, it is attuned. You also get the Celestial Sails on deployment phase. Draw a non-damage spell from your deck. It costs -1. Oh, okay, never mind, we do. We get Ardoon. You unlock the alternate champion for this clan. Covenant rank up. Covenant rank 7. There is no longer an empty wave before bosses. Cool. We also master very few cards this run, only 9 of them. Lady Gilda, Guildmonger, Mooncaller, and 6 more. It's nice to be back on this screen. My win streak. It's fine. I don't need to win every single run. Just almost every single run. Right, what do I do now? We go back. Virus has unlocked. Hersel's Horde, we dealt a decent amount of damage with Train Stewards in that run. Literally just from having multicasts and additional damage on one of them. It's gonna take me a while to remember what, how exactly to do Malika's voice.
My besties found their way back, and I was about to get bored. Now the real fun begins.
Phil, the perimeter alarm went off again. It seems like there's another attack. We're ready for them this time. Everyone, get to your positions. Defend the pyre. Wait! Look at what's coming. Is that the Bone Shaker? It is the Bone Shaker. And it's coming quick. Get back! That old crane's still got it in her. Well, if it isn't a nice little reunion, I didn't think I'd be seeing you again, Hazel. Hornbreaker? How? I thought you were dead! I could say the same about you. You've been gone longer than us. In fact, the others have started looking forward to seeing you. Oh no. Okay. It is good to see you again, Herzl. It is nice to feel the warmth of the pyre once more.
We fought the last divinity when you were gone. If only you were there to see it. Now, I'm ready to kick some Titan butt.
Why, I must say I love what you've done with this place while we were gone. I am hungry. Come no closer, Angel. I understand your distrust, but I'm not your enemy. I'm on your side now. Ursel, is this true? It is true. Her efforts brought Hell. Her efforts that brought the rest of Hell together against the Titans. Without her, Hell might have been destroyed. Very well. Fallen angel, it is then. Your horns suit you well. How did you make it back? I saw it with my own eyes. The Titans destroyed the Bone Shaker, and you all along with it. We weren't destroyed. We were sent into a vast void. We drifted there endlessly, until we heard the pyre call to us. It led us back here. Apologies for our hot entrance. We caused quite a commotion when we landed back in heaven. The pyre has many mysteries. Perhaps it was able to reach you past the Titan's influence. It called to you, and it reached past the Titans. Hazel, I want to try something. It might be exactly what we need to win this war. Hell yeah. I feel like I'm probably pretty right about that, right? Right? Hell yeah. You know how many new combinations there are? I will tell you, one of the reasons I suspected that this might have been a case is because all of these very clearly are approaching familiar mechanics in different ways, but none of them step on the design space of the original clans. Like, obviously, Lunar Coven and Stygian Guard both based on spells, Melting Remnant and Lazarus both based on, reformation of units and things like that, Under Legion and Umbra both based on, getting additional value out of Harvest and Slays and using your own units to do so and things like that. But, like, armor is like a sub-theme, kind of, for some of these. Obviously, Hellhorn has the huge armor. Awakened, Health as well. Not really a particularly strong theme in any of these, outside of, like, the armor being from Valor on Banished. Stygian Guard. Conduit is given, or rather, magic power is given through Conduit in Lunar Coven, rather than different forms of getting similar things in Stygian Guard. I am really excited to be able to play with these, but also, I did figure this might be what it was. I am glad that I wasn't technically spoiled on it. For the moment. Oh my God, that's just going to set my mind ablaze thinking of all of the kinds of things that we're going to be able to do with those. We'll have to explore that in the future. New clan unlocked Hellhorns. The aggressive demons of the Scorched Plains have returned. Rally their imps and warriors to overwhelm heaven. I feel like I'm going to be playing this game for a really long time. I'm looking forward to seeing episode 250. Until then, well, actually, let's say until the next episode. I'm not going to say until then. But for the moment, my name's Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist, strongly content with the game past, present, future, YouTube recommendation. Down below, streaming past. Other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on Patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thanks here, and a special thanks this episode to Mr. Gibberish. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.